Hello students, welcome once again to my chemistry channel Amazing Chemistry Classes, and I am your chemistry teacher and educator by profession, senior scientist Dr. Rohit Chakravarti. Welcome you once again. So today I have come with a new video, a new topic for the class 12th. Basically it is from the P block elements. So today we are going to discuss about your group number 18 elements. So what is the importance of group 18 elements, what are their characteristic properties? As you can see, this is your NCERT book. Here I have opened up the page where it is given regarding the different compounds. As you can see, there is first description about xenon oxygen compound. As you can see that tetrafluoroxenon, when it reacts with water, it results in the formation of xenon metal along with the xenon oxide. So the basic motive for this video to discuss few questions that have come in your last board exams. Okay, so without wasting time, let's discuss few questions which are very important and few points which I have mentioned over here. I hope you guys will see this video and write down these notes. Very important for your board questions, for short type questions. So these points very important. So I recommend you to learn these points by your heart and do memorize this point for the group 18 elements. Okay, let's start. The first point I have discussed over here is that the noble gas have a stable electronic configuration, thus they have no tendency to form bonds with other elements under ordinary condition. As I have discussed in my previous videos also, that the tendency of an element to get reacted only when they are having the half filled or they are having the they are not having the fulfilled orbitals. So the very first important characteristics of group 18 element is that they are having the they are known as noble or stable gas. They are known as noble gas because they are having the stable electronic configuration. That is, in their outermost octet they are having the complete electrons. So their tendency towards reaction is very less. So normally if we talk about group 18 elements, as we all know, the elements belong to this group is helium, neon, argon, xenon, krypton. Okay, so helium, neon and argon, these are considered as a noble gas, and generally they do not react with any other element, because what is the reason behind it? That is, they are having the stable electronic configuration. In their outermost octet they are having the completely filled orbitals. Okay, that is why they are known as noble gas and they are having the stable electronic configuration, and generally in ordinary condition they do not react. In case if they react, then we have to give extra energy for those reaction to perform. Okay, the next point is, due to the small size and fully filled valence shell, they has highest ionization enthalpy. Very important to note, because they are having the smallest size. Like we discussed about the helium, the atomic number is 2, so we can see that the atomic size is very small in size. Moreover, they are having the 1s2. If we talk about the electronic configuration, so in s orbital valence shell they are having the 2 electron, that is the completely filled. So here I have given an example of helium, and so it has the highest ionization enthalpy. So to get it reacted with other element, they require a lot of energy, so which is known as ionization enthalpy. Moving on to the next point, that is xenon has the largest atomic size and smallest ionization enthalpy of all noble gases. So if we compare different groups of elements of 18 of group number 18, if we compare element of group 18 like helium, neon, xenon, argon, so amongst them xenon is having the largest atomic size and it is having the smallest ionization enthalpy, because of which we can see that there are number of compounds which are available in the organic chemistry. So xenon normally forms multiple compounds. Okay, though as I have already discussed, here it is given in the NCERT book also. Here you can see tetrafluoro and hexafluoroxenon. So xenon generally having the smallest ionization enthalpy, because of which multiple compounds are available of xenon. So that is one of the important property of xenon, that in the group, if we talk about group 18 elements, with respect to other elements, xenon is having the largest atomic size and it is having the smallest ionization enthalpy, because of which it can form different compounds. Moving on to the next one, again very important points and different questions have been asked in your board exams. If you see in your previous year questions, that is the helium. helium is light. As we all know, its atomic number is 2. So it is very light and it is non-inflammable, because of which helium is least soluble in blood even under high pressure. Thus, it does not create any problem. Normally, if we talk about the people, divers, basically divers, those who are going deep down the sea, so in their gases, the cylinders they carry the helium gas along with the oxygen, because it does not get dissolved in the blood and it does not react with the blood. So under high pressure also, it does not create problem for the people, those who are divers actually, those who are going deep down the sea. Now moving on to the questions, only 3 questions I have discussed. In the coming videos I will discuss more about this. So the first question is regarding the structure. So if we talk about XeF2, that is difluoroxenon, it is having a linear structure without a bend. So what is the answer for this question? As you guys can see, the answer I have written over here is that XeF2 is a trigonal bipyramidal molecule, because it is having 3 equatorial positions which are occupied by the lone pair of electron and the 2 axial positions which are occupied by the fluorine atom, to give XeF2 a linear shape. This is to reduce the repulsion. Basically, why it is so, because to reduce the repulsion between the lone pair and the bond pair, XeF2 is having a linear molecule without a bend. Okay. Now moving on to the next one, that is the structure of xenon fluoride can't be explained by valence bond approach. Explain. So the answer for this question is that according to valence bond approach, covalent bonds are formed by overlapping of half-filled atomic orbital. But xenon is having the fully filled electronic configuration. Hence, the structure of xenon fluoride cannot be explained by the VBT theory. Because in VBT we generally discuss about the overlapping of the half-filled orbitals. But what happens if we talk about xenon, it is already having a full-filled orbital. So according to VBT, we cannot explain the structures of the xenon fluoride. So that is the reason why we cannot use it. Now moving on to the next one. Does hydrolysis of xenon hexafluoride lead to redox reaction? What are redox reaction? Redox reactions are those in which oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. So if we discuss about the hydrolysis of xenon hexafluoride, it gives XeOF4 and XeO2F2. So the oxidation of xenon in XeF6, XeOF4 and XeO2F2 is same. Hence hydrolysis of XeF6 is not a redox reaction. Very important, this I have taken from your 10-year paper. It comes in your board exams also. So very important to note down that this reaction is not a redox reaction. Okay, thank you so much guys. I hope you like this video, and please share this video with your friends so that maximum students get benefited by this video. Alright, thank you so much. Do like, share and subscribe my channel.